I would like to say a little bit deeper understanding of the mitzvah of Sukkah and the mitzvah of Daled Minim. To start off, the mitzvah of Sukkah, as you know, the word Sukkah is spelled Samach Vav Chav Hey. So if you take the first letter and the last letter of the word Sukkah, which is Samach and Hey, which is Gematria 65, that is Mirames, the Shem of Adnus, Aleph Dalet Nun Yud. And if you take those two inside letters, which is Chaf and Vav, that is Mirames to us Shem Havaya, which is Gematria 26. What do you see from that? What we see from that is that just like the Rebbeinu Shalom, he says, Loi k'moishani nikrani nechtav, I am written as Yud Kei Vav Kei. I am said as Aleph Dalet Nun Yud. So what does it show me? That what's on the outside is what's visible. So what's visible is the Samach Hey, is the 65, the Aleph Dalet Nun Yud. What is not visible is the Shem Chavav, the Shem Havaya, and that's why it's in the inside. And as you know, every person has two ayros that come down to him. One is what we call the Ar Makif, the Ar that surrounds him, and one is called the Ar Pnimi, that's his insides. A mashal would be your guf, your body is what's visible, what's outside, and your neshama is inside, that's not what's visible. So that would be keneged the Havaya, and the other one would be keneged the what's visible, which is like the Shem Adnus, which would also be what we call the Makif. The Makifim, that's what it would be. Now, we also know that Sukkah, this is, I'm quoting you Arizal now, that Sukkah is a pchina of, like it says in the pasuk, Smoilai tachas l'roishi v'yamine techapkeni. Smoilai, as we know, is din, so we just got through Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur, which is Smoilai tachas l'roishi. And then v'yamine techapkeni, as Rebbeinu Shalom says, now you came out of the din, you came out very well, so therefore you are considered Yamin, which is Yamin, I'm going to hug you. How do you see a hug? Because Yamin, if you take your right hand, how do you hug somebody? You hug them with your hand, you wrap your hand around them. How do you wrap it around? You take your hand, which is made up of 3 or 2.5 parts, right? You have the upper arm, you have the forearm, and you have the hand itself, which is 2.5, and the sukkah is kosher with 2.5 walls. Coming to be Miramis to us that Hashem is right now sukkahs that we went through the Yemei Hadin and we came out very good. And therefore Rebbeinu Shalom is loving us and hugging us. And that is a form of yichud. And every day, because we're so close now, we're so tight with the Rebbeinu Shalom, therefore we have tremendous simcha, and it's all a lead up to Shmini Atzeres, is what we call the marriage, the yichud between us, Kal Yisrael, and the Rebbeinu Shalom. That's one part. Other part is, which is a little bit more Yisaideistic. And as we know, Sukkah is one of the few Yomim Tovim that we have 2 mitzvahs that you do. Pesach, you have a mitzvah of Achilas Matzah, you also have a mitzvah of getting rid of Chametz, but it's not, getting rid of Chametz is not something you do. Getting rid of Chametz is you have to be careful on. But Sukkah says 2 mitzvahs that we do. One is to make a Sukkah and eat in it, and one is to get Arba Minim and to shake them. In order, we're supposed to shake them 18 times. Keneged Chai Almin, without, and you're supposed to have Kavanas and Dana Anuim. Some of us do it, some of us don't. Halabai, we should all be zeicher to do it and note all the Kavanas. My personal problem is that since I'm Ashkenaz and I do Nanuim Nusach Ashkenaz, and the Kavanas only work Nusach Sfard, so it's a shtickle problem. I mean, what I do is in shul, I shake regular with everybody else, which is Ashkenaz. When I come home, I can do the other Nanuim. But either way, now, what is happening over here? Question is, why do we have a thing that Dafka by Esrig is it called pre-Eitz Hadar? So Chazal tell us, what is Hadar? It's Hadar bi'ilana mishana l'shana. What do we see from that? Therefore, what? So we see that because it's Hadar bi'ilana mishana l'shana, which means that it could stay on the tree more than a year. A year is equal to 4 seasons, which is summer, winter, spring, and fall. So normally every tree has a season, and then it sheds its fruit after the season. But the Esrog keeps its fruit on the tree for more than a year. It could be 2 years, it could be 1.5 years, but goes through all 4 seasons. What does it show me? That the esrig itself is l'mayla miderech hateva. That is from a pchina of nitzchi. From a pchina of nitzchi, that's why we're going to show our love to the Rebbeinu Shalom. Our lave should be rising above the derech hateva and should go up to olam hanitzchi. And why hadar? So that's the pashut pshat. So the pshat that's a little more involved is, as we know, that the whole Yemei Hadin, what are we saying many times over? We say the Yud Gimel Midas Harachamim, Hashem, Keil Racham V'Chanon. We say all Yud Gimel Midas Harachamim. Where do the Yud Gimel Midas Harachamim come from? It comes from what we call the Yud Gimel Tikunei Dikna. What is that? That there's those Yud Gimel Midas Harachamim, each one has a place on the face. In other words, on the face where the beard is, that's why there's a minig by Chasidim and Anshe Ma'aseh not to touch the beards, not to trim them, not to do anything, because the hairs of the beard are acting like antennas to bring to you the Yud Gimel Midas Harachamim. It says in the pasuk, "V'hadarta pnei zakein." So of course it means that you should be nice to old people, but it also means you should make your face pretty with a zakein, with a beard, right? V'hadarta pnei zakein. What is this hadarta referring to? This is the same hadarta as hidur by a esrik. Just like the hadarta pnei zakein is you're bringing in the Yud Gimel Midas Harachamim, so too this hidur that we have by a esrik is bringing to us those Yud Gimel Midas Harachamim, and that's why Dafka by the Esrig, which is the lave, which is connected all our emotions and all our thoughts and everything else. Therefore, we have Dafka, the Esrig has it in order to, which is connected the lave, it's connected our emotions, connected our actions, to be ma'ir us to be so close and have a yichud with Rebbeinu Shalom.